What's up guys, it's Cathar's Production 72 with a review of set 40557 Hoth Trooper Minifigure Battle Pack, or you can just call it the Hoth Minifigure Pack. I'm not really sure. But this is a new concept, or well, it's not a new concept, but it is new to LEGO Star Wars as of January 2022. This is the first year that we've had these. We got this in January alongside the Clone Trooper Minifigure Pack, which I've not reviewed yet because I don't have it, because it's impossible to get. This one was actually quite challenging to get my hands on as well. We will talk more on that in the video. Also, even though this is late June, this is somehow the first 2022 set I am reviewing. It's not the only one I have so far. I've only recently been buying some of the 2022 stuff. I also have the Dagobah Jedi Training, the the Snowtropper Battle Pack, and the Republic Fighter Tank. So I've got a couple of the sets this year so far. So this set is kind of a pseudo battle pack replacement when you think about it in that way. See, it's meant to go up along other sets in the wave that have been released recently. For instance, it can go up against the UCS 8080, but the thing most people will be using it for is to go along this set here, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack, which I will probably do next week. That's kind of the whole point of this kind of set, but with battle packs now being £18 in the UK and $20 in the US, this is the cheapest army builder you get, and it does have a few pros and cons to it, which we can get into. The price being £13.50 isn't too bad, but this costs 50p more than what the battle packs did last year, because they jumped up £5 in the UK, which I don't get. They were £13 in 2020. Well, there wasn't any in 2021, but the ones remaining that were still on sale from the previous year, like the Mandalorian one, were 13. So there's a whole inflation argument there, but I'm not going to get into that. So why don't we start with the minifigures, of which there is 3. So going in order of the packaging, we have this first minifigure right here. Correction, I mean this minifigure. Bit of a blooper there in the review. So this is a female Hoth Rebel Trooper. Again, these are all kind of Hoth Troopers, and it's the newest design. They look quite good. They've all got rifles. One thing I'm happy about these versus the battle pack we were getting is these all have the proper LEGO Star Wars rifles, or just weapons in general. Whereas if this had been a battle pack, I think stud shooters would have been the way they would have went with that. But no, it's quite a cool minifigure. You do get obviously that helmet we've been seeing since 2010. We've had this helmet design, which is still quite good. There's no alternative face on this minifigure. It's kind of got a new kind of darker tan head. You can switch the goggles to be lower down. I'm only going to do it this once with this minifigure. Which I'll admit doesn't look the greatest. It does look kind of cartoony and oversized. Not something I'm 100% a giant fan of, but I mean, it works. Now, this next minifigure, for whatever reason, on the box or on the packaging, because I wouldn't call it a box, has the visor down. So that's just the way I'm going to sit in, but only for review purposes. This one is different from the one. I like this one's torso a bit more. I don't know why. I don't know. It's got quite a cool look. It's got a little badge and it's got nice printing details on it. I do like this one quite a bit. And unlike the other one, this one does have 2 prints. I will take the helmet off. Again, the visor's down because the box showed it's being down. This one's a male snowtrooper, so, Hoth Rebel Trooper. And this one does have two-sided face, so that's a pretty cool minifigure. Again, this set is meant to be army buildable, but I have a bit of an argument to make against that. So we got this next minifigure, which is basically almost the same as the first one, versus he has a black head, and he has the beard and stuff, and he has a bit more accessories as well. He's got the long rifle, so it's a pair of binoculars like the Star Wars version in white, which is quite cool. It has the same helmet, same rifle again, same body and legs as the first one that we showed off, but pretty cool. He does have a side face, which you can kind of see the mouth protruding below the helmet. But yeah, there's a look at what the other face looks like. It's kind of more of an angry, more aggressive face. And overall, it's quite a good minifigure. I'm quite happy with it. Again, it gives some diversity with LEGO Star Wars. Not everyone's just, white anymore. I don't mean that in a racist way, but it's like, it started to add more skin tones, and certain skin tones have become more prevalent in LEGO Star Wars recently. And I quite like that. It's the same with the snowtropper battle pack, which again you'll see in next week. You'll see what I'm talking about with that. But yeah, let's move on to the builds. So the first part of the build I want to look at is these cannons, which are quite cool. Now, they do put me in mind of the kind of old style EBIV blaster cannons. In fact, let me see if I can find one here. Actually, no, I don't have any handy. I've clearly went and packed those up. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff like that for the collection recently. But yeah, they're quite cool. They do have these little kind of battery packs, if you want to call them that they come with these little printed pieces, which is nice to see that those aren't stickers. From what I understand, these sets typically don't have stickers in them, so that's quite good. The cannons are alright. I mean, mock builders would really like them. And if you really came to it and you wanted to get some extra blasters for whatever reason, the legs are literally just the Lego Star Wars blasters that we've had since 2007. They're quite cool, they're quite sturdy. This part will fall off. See if you can connect a minifigure's hand. That would be quite something to do. So we'll take the rifle off one of our snowtroopers here. I keep calling them snowtroopers because they technically are that, but I need to start calling them Hoth rebel troopers because, but accuracy. Oh, we've knocked one down there. You can stick a minifigure's hand on it. It does kind of work. I mean, it works better than you would think. I personally did not think it would work as well, but yeah, it works alright. And of course, I mean, if you really wanted them to, even though you would probably put it on the ground, the little pack, you obviously just, you know, shove it in a minifigure's hand. You know, carry around the external power source, and the gun can break. Again, I'm not going to cut that out of the review because, you know, that's how the set is. It has some flimsy points. It's quite good. You get 2 of those, each for one of your Hoth Rebel Troopers, so, and also you get another cannon. Let's have a look at that. So the biggest build you get in this set is this turret. Now we've had turrets very similar to this before. I'm actually going to go get one from 2019. Yeah, looking at these, the sizes are different. This is the one that you got in the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder. This is one, just the new one obviously for this year. Again, smaller version, but you get the point. They're meant to basically just be the same thing, but I thought I'd show another version of it for anyone who was confused. But yeah, this is quite good. I mean, if you were to buy multiple of this pack, I mean, you would get quite a few of these. And they'd be helpful for making a Hoth model if you're making a kind of smaller scale one. So again, we will take a minifigure and try and connect it. There are some handlebars at the back. You do get some pretty good movability out of it. The bottom kind of base part, I mean, is fragile. I mean, look at that, it just stuck to the base plate there. So let's get that fixed. 1 second. There we go, it's fixed. Again, I'm leaving bits like that in the reviews because, you know, it's in how the set works. Now I'm going to attempt to try and get the figure to hold this, even though it'll probably break about 50. There we go. That's probably the best we're going to get in this review. Also, the figure can kind of move around with the cannon by the looks of things. I mean, it does the job. And also, you know, if you had this here, you could get your Hoth battle kind of going like this. And I don't know, maybe this one's been destroyed or something. And give your, you know, battery pack things around the place. You know, you could have this guy just over here with the gun. Just give you an idea of how you could maybe use the set. Again, I think this set would really be great if you were to go, because you can only get these in the Lego store, which is conveniently where they sell the white base plates. So, I mean, that had a winning combination right there, but, I mean, let's go and look at the instructions, the packaging, and then my final thoughts on this set. So you don't get an instruction booklet, you just get like these fold out kind of polybag sized instructions, which, I mean, shows you minifigures, shows you how to build those turrets ×2, and, you know, they're fairly simple and quite straight to the point. Double sided, it's all you really need. Works perfectly. Here you have your packaging. It's a giant minifigure. Unfortunately, they aren't the best for opening, as you can quite clearly see. I don't think these are meant to be kept like a normal Lego box. Obviously, I've kept mine around for the purpose of a review. I don't know what's going on after that. Basically, what you do is you do lift this part out. I'm not going to do it again, but you can pretty much see you might pull around the edges and remove. You get your minifigures, plus your build in there. You turn it around. It kind of shows you the full contents of the set and all the kind of, you know, boring stuff no one looks at. You got your whole 8080s up here as well. The parts per piece, 64 pieces. I think that's kind of cool because that's the other reason I'm keeping a hold of this box. The UK boxes selling in the UK never ever have the piece count on them. No Lego Star Wars set I own has a piece count on it, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get to the end of the review. So we've come to the end of the review, which is the first review in a long while. Probably well over a month or so. I think the last time I did a review might have actually been a Hoth set as well, so continuing a trend. Do I recommend this set? Well, there's a few drawbacks, and I might even make a full video about it. Not really a rant video, but I've got an idea for a series, and it's called Why It Failed, Why It Sucks, or like, and then like the opposite, like why it worked or why it was so good, like, you know, doing that with certain sets. This one has a few drawbacks. One, they're only available in the Lego store. It's like, that's like the main drawback of this. You can only buy them there. It's not, this is why I don't see it as a battle pack replacement, because it's not like the snowtropper battle pack, this set again, where you can buy that in almost any retailer. This set is a Lego store exclusive, which hinders it slightly as an army builder, because every time I want army building, I'm not going to go all the way up to the Lego store. I can go to a local retailer and buy a snowtrooper battle pack. That is the difference. Maybe having 3 minifigures when the same price used to get you 4. I mean, you do get some okay-ish builds, but do I recommend it? I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Right, for the 3 points that I mentioned. The Lego store availability part of it, the fact that you don't get as many minifigures, and just like, I don't know, the builds just, they're okay for the price, but they're quite clumsy. But you know, 7 out of 10 is not bad. And I'll admit, they're quite hard to get a hold of. It took me 6 months to get my hands on one of these sets. 6 months. It was not in any way an easy set to get my hands on. Every time you go to the Lego store, they're sold out. That's why I've not been able to review the Consumer version, which I hope to do hopefully within the next couple of months, if I can even get my hands on one, because that might be a set that I have to go pay exorbitant amounts for, which I don't really want to do. Anyway, you got, hopefully we're able to get Figure Friday out this week. I'm doing quite well with the videos again, this week's character is the Dionoka. And of course next Tuesday I'm going to review the better thing you can buy this year for Hoth, if I'm being honest. But anyway, thanks for watching.